What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sneaker Circle. It is your boy Danny back with another review, and in today's video I am going to be covering one of the latest collaborations between Asics and Ronnie Fieg, or in this case we'll just say the Kith brand, because I think these are branded just Kith Asics. So this is one of the two colorways that released. This is the Gel Nimbus 10.1 right there, and the other one was a 12.1 Kayano. So a pair like these are the NYX 12.1s. When they first came out, or he was first releasing them, this was like an exclusive new model to him where he mashed up two different ones. Pretty cool in my opinion, but I do think that this release specifically suffered from Kith Filter. So like I said, in front of us we do have the Morganite colorway, or at least that's what the color palette says. So I was expecting like a really gray shoe, really silver. That's what the promo pics looked like. Here is promo pics for both sneakers. This is what they look like in hand. I didn't expect almost like a hint of green on these. These are actually really nice in person compared to like promo shots. But I think the most unfortunate pair here is that 12.1. So these are the promo pics. Hasn't really gone away. You see that it looks like a mint, it looks warm, it looks all these things. And these are some pictures people had in person the day of the release. To me, that's not the same shoe. That's completely different. Some people might prefer this one. Some people were gunning for this one. I know if you're thinking about one thing and then you get something completely different, it's kind of jarring, not gonna lie. So lo and behold, the Kith Filter. All right, so I'm gonna finish getting these out the box and let's just get straight into it. All right, so out the box, here we have the Gel Nimbus 10.1. Now, I didn't get these in my size. I ended up kind of opting in just getting them for my wife. Right now, we're kind of hunting for shoes to wear overseas. My pair was the New Balance Moonrock from last release. Her pair was gonna be these directly, these. They don't necessarily have a name, the Morganites. It's a weird way to call them. Just like the Kayano 12.1s, we do have this Fieg box. I guess this is just his standard box when it comes to Asics releases. I do wonder if this is just, you know, how these Asics and Kith collaborations are gonna be moving forward. Just standard box, because we didn't get this for the Scarabs that he released, the 1130s, the Kayano 14s, and the Gel NYCs. Those I think are going to be more of a stable place, like kind of like a Kith 101 deal. This is actually like a work between both brands, which technically they're both works between both brands. That doesn't make sense. All right, so dropping these here, let's take a good look at these right here. Now, unlike the Kayano 12.1s, where, you know, Ronnie himself says this is like the first time we ever see these, this 10.1 Nimbus model isn't exclusive to Kith. You will find other GR colorways out there. In my opinion, it's a pretty good, it's a pretty good one. The sole itself lends itself more to like a Kayano. Really comfortable, according to my wife. She went ahead and threw them on for me, and she said there's no real sizing problems. So if you're used to Asics sizings, if you're used to 1130s and YCs and even the Kayano 14s, I would suggest sticking to that size when it comes to these, which for her was true to size. So taking a quick look at the details, there's no real warm tones on this sneaker. There's more of like greenish and pink hues. So white mesh on the toe. See if I get as close as possible. I actually thought that was a little interesting to see. I wasn't expecting, I don't know, I just remember the photos being so much warmer, and I don't remember seeing these hints of green. And then you see that webbing right here, which is pretty common when it comes to that Nimbus model. This is just what the Nimbus looks like. If you're interested in seeing what the silver part, so this is all synthetic leather right here. It kind of warps throughout the toe, so it splits right here in the middle. And that all that is mesh. So it's unlike the New Balance Moonrocks, the 9094s, that was mesh with like a layer of cloth underneath. This is just like mesh with a bit of padding underneath. So your foot is going to be semi-transparent, but if you're used to 1130s and used to all those, you kind of already know that. That's just how the shoe is, and it makes for a really light shoe. And then getting onto this side right here. So when I whipped these out for the first time, my wife was like, oh my God, they're pink. And I wasn't seeing it at first, but I'm kind of seeing it now. So right here we have almost like a faded salmon hue. So it's not like a bright pink, it's not anything along those. And I'm wondering if that itself is morganite color. So here we have, going through the top, all the Asics stripes. And then we do have it right here on the tongue. So we have that Gel Nimbus. Pretty similarly to the Moon Rocks, the only two places of Kith branding you will find on the sneaker beside the box is right here. We have on the back a little Kith stamp. That's also in kind of that, I guess, morganite color. I don't know which of the two would be morganite. I'm gonna have to Google morganite and see what pops up. But it does feel very earth tone, almost like geode. It makes me think of the Air Max 95 Erosions that are supposedly a UK only release. It gives me these like earth toned color palettes without being necessarily too warm. Taking a look at the sole, it's not necessarily black, it's just gray throughout. Very nice for winter times, in my opinion, like a fall and winter type sneaker. And I wonder if this is that morganite that they're trying to replicate and they couldn't necessarily get it on the stripes without it being too translucent. I mean, right here, it kind of looks slightly similar. These still look a bit darker. This is a fantastic colorway. To me, this is on brand with Kith. I would expect like a Kith 101 release with these colors. So here we go, stripes, sole. Interesting little pairing. A little more about the release. It was a Kith exclusive, so only via the Kith app or the Kith retail stores. Retail on these, if I'm not mistaken, was $180. So that plus shipping plus tax, in my case, was a little over $200. I secured my pair through EA, so early access via the Kith tier membership. I am in that Vitality tier, so the top tier, and that lets me get access the Friday before the release. So usually what they do is they announce it on a Thursday, or they announce it the week of. They show you kind of images, telling you what's come out, release days. On Friday, people with EA get access, they get a chance to buy them. It's a limited stock, so it's not like the entire stock, because they do mention that things that get sold out via EA will be available via the draw and a light amount on the Monday official release. So when EA is going down, you also have a chance to enter raffles directly through the Kith app. I don't know what they really do in store. I think they do in-store things as well. And I know the Monday of is that full release, you get an online release, and then you get the in-store release. I don't think they're going too much over retail, so people usually sunk in like above 200 for these if you got them shipped in. I'm thinking that's what people are kind of letting them go at. If you are interested in the sneaker, I will say color-wise, it's interesting. It kind of moves away from the standard silver and white Asics. So hold on. So I feel like it moves away a little bit from like these tones, where this is traditionally what you see with an Asics. You see usually a little more white, you see hits of silver. These, to me, these like little key details of morganite and whatever, just kind of make it pop off just a little bit more. That, and you have other rope laces included. So right here you have this kind of like white with that green tone. So I think this one right here. So this is going to be a special one. I'm going to show you on feet for these, but it is not going to be me. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking out the channel. If you liked it, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, do what you got to do. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace.